Good afternoon, class, and welcome to history. I hope you will all be prepared and excited for today's lesson. It's going to be a very interesting one. Today's lesson is on the life of Brianne McDermott. So if you would all pull out your history books, we can get started. It's important that we learn about the life or the history of mankind in general, but it's also important that we learn about the life of Brianne McDermott because her life is relevant to us here at the Tucker Center. So if you would all turn to the table of contents, you'll see that Chapter 1 is about her early years. In this chapter, we will learn about her family and friends. Chapter 2 is about her school years. In this chapter, we will learn about her hobbies and interests. And Chapter 3 is about her future. In this chapter, we will learn about her future goals and plans. So let's jump right into Chapter 1. Brianne's life began on November 13th, 2000 in Omaha, Nebraska. From the very first moment that she came into this world, she was welcomed by her loving family. Brianne comes from a family of 5, Brianne being the 5th member. Her mom is Deborah and her dad is Patrick. She has 2 older siblings. Her older brother, Ryan, is 20, and her older sister, Carrie, is 24. Carrie is the family member that she is closest with, and you could even say that they're best friends. Her and Carrie like to do everything together, from shopping at Target to watching movies. There are also 2 more members of Brianne's family. There's Toby and Ellie. As you can see, they're pretty cute. And her best friends include Kennedy, Ariana, and Winter. Brianne's family and friends have helped her develop into the person that she is today, which brings us to Chapter 2, her hobbies and interests. Brianne works at Hy-Vee for a part-time job, and you can find her there on a weekly basis with a helpful smile in every aisle. She is also involved in student council, and for student council, she has the job of the committee head for community service. And she likes this position because it allows her to give back to her community. She's also involved in youth leadership for Council Bluffs, which is another program where she is able to give back. And in the spring, she plays tennis for the AL. Brianne also has a passion for history, which is probably what she is most passionate about. And this is shown by her adamant involvement in National History Day. Brianne loves history because she loves to learn about how countries are pieced together, and her favorite subjects of history are American history and civil rights history. Because of her love for history, Brianne was able to compete in National History Day this past summer in Washington, D.C., which brings us to another passion of Brianne's, her love for traveling. Brianne's favorite places that she has been to are Oregon, Colorado, and Yellowstone. And when she's not busy doing all of her extracurriculars, during her free time you can find her watching sports, watching movies, or coloring. And her favorite genre of movies are romantic comedies, and one of her favorites is The Proposal. Brianne's interests are all leading her currently to her future, which brings us to Chapter 3, her future years. Brianne hopes to attend the University of Northern Iowa after graduating from high school. And at UNI, she wants to major in education so that she can become an elementary school teacher. And even in her career path, she wants to give back to her community. She also wants to major in tag to follow in the footsteps of Mrs. Steinmetz. And in her future, she also wants to travel as much as possible, and she might even travel abroad during school. While Brianne's future is not history yet, it's important that we learn about it because it will be one day. So let's review the history of the history of Brianne. So, in her early years, we learned about her family and friends. In her school years, we learned about her hobbies and interests. And in Chapter 3, we learned about her future and where she's headed to next. So you can all put away your history books. I hope you're all well prepared for tomorrow's test because there's a test tomorrow. Thank you.